Morning, everybody. It's Tuesday the 27th, and we've been a little lax on the close-ups lately. So sorry about that. But you can see we're here in the main room. We're with Loom, who is wearing her suit today, looking very good. She went for her spay yesterday, and she's wearing the suit because she plays with her stitches, and also because I don't want her kittens to try to nurse and kind of mess with her stitches too. She can take care of herself. She doesn't need it if that's the only thing, but the fact that she's been pulling on her stitches means she gets the suit for sure. And it's had a side benefit too, which is it slows her down just a little bit, not a lot, but just enough that I've been able to have the gate down and let her run around with the faculty as long as I'm watching closely. She still goes after Maggie quite a bit, but the rest of them not so much. So we may have another circumstance here where we've got yet another mom cat that's fine with the faculty except Maggie. That's not the first time that's happened, and that's something I'll be testing out to see. But she's been just real great, real sweet, and I see you'd love to see her in a girly suit. Well, I'm sorry to say she's a little bigger for a mom cat compared to some of the mom cats we've had. She won't fit into one of the really pretty suits that we have, just the secret agent suit, so that's what she gets. Let's see, I was going to say something else about it. Oh, I was going to say how sweet and affectionate and playful she's continued to be. Seems like she's seeking me out even more for attention, which is amazing, and purring and just snuggling and having a good time. So she's just a sweetie cat. She's over here trying to clean herself through the suit, which is okay. Then in other news, of course, we've got Herringbone here with the red collar on, who's wrestling with Basket Weave with the gray collar on. So this is Basket Weave. This is Herringbone. And as you know, Herringbone definitely has a broken leg. We brought him in yesterday with his mom to get follow-up x-rays because the radiologist wanted to get a clearer, better view. So we had to take x-rays under sedation. That way he could hold real still and we could get a real clear picture of it. So we did. And that real clear picture has been sent to one of our vet's favorite surgeons for that surgeon to say whether they think anything can or should be done about it. So that's what we're waiting on right now. And if for some reason that person's not available, we've got a couple backup people in mind to ask about it as well. So we'll see how it goes. But if you've been watching the stream at all, you know that little Herringbone here doesn't seem to mind a bit. He's gotten full capability to run and play and wrestle and jump on three legs. And I've watched him several times, like jumping down from things, which I know is a little scary. But you can see he knows to land on just the three good legs and really is controlling everything pretty well. So until we find out if or what we're going to do for him, he's doing good. He really wants to play, as you can see. Such a little cutie bean. Yeah, we should have named him Herring Record. Then he wouldn't have broken a bone. He would have broken records. That's how those things work, right? That's nominative determinism. So little Herring Record doesn't exactly roll off the tongue, does it? So everybody else, as far as I know, is doing great with no complaints anywhere. This is our Princess Paisley, the only girl in the kittens. The only girl among the kittens, I guess I should say. I was going to say the only girl in the group, but then there's her mom, of course. So that's Paisley there on top, our girl, and she is on top of, let's see, Basket again, Basket Weave. Look at this face. Do you like that? Is that good? You seem like you really like that. Last night we got out the tissue pit and brought it in here for their first try at the tissue pit. And at first, nobody really wanted much to do with it Except Mom, right from the very start, she wanted to get into it and just hang out in it and play, and she had the most fun with it. She's just such a playful little kitten herself. So she was in the tissue pit practically the whole time, and if she got out, she'd just get out and run around for a minute and then jump back in like it was a hot tub in winter or something. So she just had a blast with it. And after a while, the kittens started to get the hang of it too, and they were in and out and running all over, and it was a lot of fun. And there's a few GIFs of it that you can find on our Twitter, thanks to Green Tea, who catches a lot of that stuff, and probably other people as well. I haven't looked. And in addition to the GIFs on the Twitter, of course, there's always plenty of stuff shared on the Discord. I think some people have maybe even archived the entire event, although as an entire event, it's a little mellow. But they were really enjoying it. So the tissue pit was good. And what else can I tell you about? I guess nothing is coming to mind here. Got a late start this morning. I'm taking it easy today, I think. Speaking of, let me just follow up on anybody that's been following the saga of everything going wrong at the house. Everything now, well, I should say all that major stuff is taken care of. We've got the hot water heater and the oil tank replaced yesterday, and that went off flawlessly. So that was really good. Who knows what's going to go wrong next, but there's still plenty of things for me to take care of around here, of course, including some follow-up from those things. There's still big chunks of the basement wall and ceiling that are cut out so that we can locate the first leak that happened several weeks ago now, and I got to patch all that up, and lots and lots of things here and there, so it'll keep me busy. But yes, Chocolate Chip, if you were watching yesterday and you heard a lot of banging around and strange noises, they had to empty out and carry away, like 100. Actually, I think it's probably a lot more than that. I don't know how many gallons the tank is. It's huge. It's much, much bigger than a person. 1,000 gallons does sound right. I didn't want to say 1,000, but I think that is right. And I Love Homemaking, yeah, you're right. If you're curious, that is exactly what they did. They pumped the oil that we had out into a tank, and then afterwards, they pump most of it back in. They tried to let the water and oil separate out so they don't pump a bunch of water right back into the new tank. Other than that, though, that's exactly what they did. So yeah, they were real competent, though. Good guys. And whatever. This is not the My House is Falling Apart show. This is Kitten Academy. So what else can I tell you about kittens? Oh, thank you. Yes, the signs that we put up, the signs were kind of cute. I just wanted to let them know not to open any doors because I was going to be taking this one to and from the vet while they were here. So if they needed to come up and empty out hot water in the kitchen or something, I wanted them to know not to go through the kitten rooms. I just put up some silly signs, that's all. Let's weigh these kids. It's been several days since we've weighed the kittens because there's been a lot going on because they're healthy and happy and running around, so it hasn't been urgent. Not like when they're little kittens. They've got a bit of a buffer now. They can even lose a little weight here and there, and it's not a big deal. But when they're little tiny kittens, you gotta get them started out right. That's very important. Anyway, let's do some weights. Somebody can take them down and give them to me after the close-up, and I will add them into the spreadsheet. So, oh, and look at that. We got our first volunteer, Chevron. Chevron's like, hey, weigh me, buddy. How much do I weigh? You weigh 38.2 ounces. Oh, you are a big kid, buddy. So 38.2 ounces for Chevy. Hi, pal. Hi, Chevron. Let's see your happy, beautiful face for a minute. Look how pretty you are. Such a good-looking boy. Look at me. Hi. Hi, what's that noise? It's the noise of me giving you a kiss. All right, so that's Chevron. Oh, whoops. It looked like Mom was going to weigh herself, but then she just was using it as a stepping stool. That's fine. Well, we did Chevy. Let's do Herringbone real quick. Herringbone is way too busy wrestling and biting things. Sit right here. Right there, just for a second, buddy. A little hairy. Oh, you can't. 36.8 is what we're going to go with. That's good. And let's see your face, pal. Come here. Hi, look how pretty you are. You look a little worried about this, though. What is he going to do to me now? Mwah! I'm going to give you a kiss. All right. So that's little herringbone. Herring record. Buddy, you gotta not eat fingers. When did this start? This seems new today. Are you just that hyped up? Ready to play? Here, bite on something more appropriate. All right, who else? Princess Paisley over here playing with the ball track. Hazer. Oh, you can't. You're just gonna bite everything, huh? You in a bitey mood today, Mr. Herringbone? Okay, hang on. Let's weigh your sister, though. She weighs 36 even. We weigh in ounces here because it's a very sensible measuring unit that everyone else is going to adopt really soon. Any day now, I know it's going to take off. So this is the girl in the group, Paisley. And she definitely holds her own against her four brothers. There we go. This is Argyle. Argyle, I see your collar laying right over there. I don't have enough hands to put it back on him right now. Let's weigh him with his collar, though, like literally with it. That way, we've got that. He's got the Crunchy Roll orange-colored collar. Speaking of 34 ounces. Speaking of Crunchy Roll and the Crunchy Roll orange-colored collar, they are including Kitten Academy in their live-streamed Expo again this year. I'm very excited about that with Crunchyroll. They are just really, really wonderful people that work there, and a great service too. If you like any kind of anime, it's pretty much the service, I think. So I definitely would shill for them, even though they didn't ask me to. And their expo's coming right up, and I know Pat has been telling me to remind everybody that I guess if you sign up for the expo now, I believe it's free, and I think they give you some bonus stuff for signing up ahead of time. So you should think about it. It's the Crunchyroll Expo. I think if you just search for that on the internet, you're going to find it. Definitely, it was definitely fun last year. In fact, last year I wish that I'd had more time to watch the panels because there were at least some of them that were highly cat relevant and that I really wanted to see. They had an artist that was basically spent a whole panel talking about his cat, which I think would have been really fun to see. Let's see. So we've done everybody except Basket Weave now, right? Let's grab him. Where's little Basky? He's in the litter box. He's just wrestling next to the litter box. Kids, the litter mat, not a playground. It's not, though. Don't look at me that way. All right. Here we go. 35.6 we're going to go with for Basket Weave. All right, Basky. Yeah, so I'm not going to, keep going on about the Crunchyroll thing, but definitely you should check it out, the Crunchyroll Expo. And, like I said, they're really nice people. Oh, and they also sent us a whole bunch of Crunchyroll colored, orange-colored tissue paper for the tissue pit that we'll be doing during the expo at some point, which will be our fun contribution. Not much, I know, but we're really just there so people can chill out and watch some kittens in between other things that they're doing that are way more important and interesting. And I just think it's really sweet of them to include us and help bring some attention to kittens in need. So it's great. Good folks. Hi, Mom's just over here falling over. Oh, got some kids that like to complain when they bite each other. It's usually the one that started it too. I wasn't supposed to be losing this fight. Oh, thank you, Pat. Included a link to the expo in the chat there. So if you're watching the chat, What are you doing? Okay. So I know everybody's question all the time is when are you getting a new mom cat? And I did mention that I wanted to take it easy this time and make it a slow transition to the next class, which I still do, but I'm definitely starting to think that way. And I think it's going to be important for me to get out the sterilization products today and really go over the annex and give it maybe a couple treatments, as well as much of the rest of the house as I can manage. And try to make sure that we don't pass that Khaleesi virus on to the next class. We're just going to do the best that we can. And I know, obviously, if we were able to do the very best, we would basically burn the house down. And at least that's what some people seem to think is the only solution, or to just eliminate, like everything. But I think I said before, like I'm not going to throw out all of my clothes, and they've got just as much chance of carrying it as anything else that is a soft material in the house. But I'm definitely going to treat everything in the house with all of the antiviral that we have that treats for Khaleesi, and also all of the, like hot water and washing and scrubbing and, the rug machine and laundry and just everything that we can possibly do. Plus, we've also, I think, given it enough time. These kids don't seem like they're shedding any virus. That's, I know, a very difficult thing to know for sure. But they seem like they're all over it very well now. And it only lasts so long out in the field. It lasts much longer than a lot of other things do. But it's still got a time limit, and we're hoping to wait that out as much as possible, too. So that is what we are working on. He loves this long mouse toy. I'll tell you guys, there's already a box, an entire box of the long mice for each of them in their endowments. That was one of the, I think that was the very first endowment that arrived for this class, was the box of long mice each, or one of the very first things. So you don't need to send them in, but it's cute to see how much he likes this one, and it's been carrying it around for a few days now because he's going to have a whole bunch of them to go home with him. I'm actually surprised what a hit the long mice have been. I think they're the Chihuahua brand. Is that right? Something like that. Just wants to bring it with him everywhere he goes. The other thing that's been a big hit is that camper pop-up. I knew that was going to be a big hit. But Loom loves having that to play in. I think she's really a cat that likes to get in stuff to play. Like the tissue pit or the camper, which I'll show you in just a minute so I'm not just talking about something. He's going to just take that with him now. So silly. And look at this. This is that sweet little bed tent thing. It's, I guess, technically a tent. It's so cute, and it's so cute to see Kittens using it. I didn't know that they were going to use it. Of course, they like it better when you untie the lace and let it sort of dangle down. That's way more fun for them. So ever since it started coming down, that's been something they've really liked. And this, of course, is Harry having a rest there in the big old princess bed. He just wants to play so much right now, and I don't have any appropriate toys within an arm's reach. What is with that, by the way? There's so many toys in this room. All right, I found one. I found a mouse. This mouse, buddy. These kids like the Mylar balls a little bit, but they have never been the first choice toy for these kids like they were for the last class. It's so funny how different their preferences can be right from the start. Look at those eyes on Harold. Harold Bone. they do seem like they're changing to be green a little bit. I think a lot of people thought for a while that he might just keep them blue. I think they're just late in changing color. So pretty. Hi, Loom. Do we want to go see your camper that you love so much? She's also funny. If I start petting her on her suit, she's like compulsively grooms. And yesterday I managed to get her stuck like with her tongue out a few times in like the ultimate blep. I don't know if she's going to do it now, though. It was kitty hacks. Well, all right, let's put the scale up. I think we weighed everybody. And let's go see what's out here in the living room real quick. It's Kittens. Oh, and they're playing in that camper I was talking about. It's always on its side. That's fine. What a great toy this is, though. It is a Kong brand, K-O-N-G, Kong brand, which is a pet brand that's been around forever. I'm sure you're familiar with them. It's called the Kong Happy Camper. And it has been a very happy camper. These little pop-up, they're like ripstop nylon with some wire in them, and they come in this little tiny pack, and then you open them and they just spring out because they've got this spring steel in the edges to pop them open. Big hit. All of them have been a big hit, no matter what design they are. There's plenty of designs out there. I do like the camper a little better than the house we got last time, just because the camper's all one piece and the house had the roof kept coming off. Do you see those paws on the inside? That's a fun game. It's also Loon's favorite game. I'm surprised she's not running over here when I make that noise. We had sort of a semi-shaka there for a second. Oh, hi, Princess. You want to play that game? Now you're here for this. Hi. Oh, wow, I almost lost my finger there. Loom just decided to jump at it. She loves playing in this thing. Now she's started. Ooh. Loomy. Well, I guess that's about it, guys. We should start wrapping this up. I'm glad that we finally got what to me feels like all good news. Sure, we're still waiting to see what to do about Herringbone, but everything is looking up at the moment. Things feel like they're finally getting back in control. Everybody's healthy, despite what's going on with Harry. Everybody is healthy, including Harry. injuries happen, and he's going to heal right up like a kitten, no big deal. So things around the academy are feeling pretty good. They have the door open so they can go outside, but they're not he said, as though you can't tell, they're not. I bet they're not going outside this morning. I haven't seen any of them outside. I didn't mean you're not looking at kittens outside. Whatever. So thank you guys all for joining me, and thanks. I get a lot of sort of email and correspondence from some of you that say that we've helped with your mental health, and I've got to tell you that it works both ways. You guys have definitely helped me out a lot, especially when we're going through what feels like a lot of stuff sometimes, and you really sort of help make it far more bearable and easier to get through to the good times. So thanks for that. I really do appreciate it. And of course, I also appreciate everything that ends up with these kittens getting adopted, which is what we're all about. So thank you for that as well. If you want to keep watching these kittens, we've got the cameras on the regular Kitten Academy live stream. And I should mention, I know that we've been having an unusual number of little technical glitches here and there. In fact, I think the stream was off for a while before I got up this morning, so that was super unusual. But other than that, I know we've had a bunch of little sort of pixelization moments on the regular stream, and I'm taking my time trying to work that out the best I can, because I always try to solve those things on our end before I try to bring the ISP in, because that's just a frustrating mess. If it is something on our end too, I want to eliminate it before I call them. So I'm still working through that process, which is all a way of saying I'm working on it. Thank you so much for bearing with us when that happens. Okay, that's really that then. So if you want to see them, you know where to go, and hopefully I'll get a chance to do another close-up for you tomorrow. And in the meantime, thank you all for joining me this morning. Maybe I'll bring that wireless camera back over to this corner if they're going to be playing over here in the sun. Get you guys a good view on the regular stream. How many kittens is that? Basically just watching the boys wrestle from above. Smart.